for winning the Sports Festival 2021. That is the eagle.
The sports industry globally has remained an important sector of economic activity. It cuts across a wide range of activities such as medical treatment and rehabilitation, research and development, sports tourism, sales and trade of sports products, construction and maintenance of sports venues, sports marketing and advertising. It also creates various job and business opportunities. Sports is ranked among the top mainstream activities in the economy. The sports industry is estimated to generate as much as $700 billion annually, or 1% of global IGDP, when sporting goods, apparels, equipment, and health and fitness spending is included.
Yay! In Delta State, South Nigeria, the government of Senator Ifeanyi Okowa has identified the place of sport in empowering individuals, job and wealth creation, as well as building of a cohesive and unified society. In today's episode of Smart Delta, we shall be taking a look at Senator Okowa's roadmap, the how and why his administration has mainstreamed sports development in his development agenda. I am Victoria Monday. Stay with us.
Since its creation in 1991, Delta State has been the most productive and most successful in churning out athletes with compelling competing abilities nationwide.
The imperatives of sports, team activities, be it football, athletics, mention them, cannot be overemphasized to the overall development of our people. And all we've done is to the effect that we put in so much of resources to ensuring that we maximize or optimize the gains of our people being involved in sporting activities. And that, of course, has paid off in the national competitions, just like you have alluded to.
Right from onset, Delta State has always been at the top of the sports. But when he came, he added something no other state can ever match. He makes sports a means of livelihood. He bettered many homes. When they say sports is entertainment, he has gone beyond entertainment. It's now a means of livelihood. People want to survive in sports.
Beyond taking advantage of the abundance of natural talents in the state, Governor Okowa has expanded the development of sporting facilities in the state to further boost the discovery and development of more talents. One of such facilities is the one-time moribund Asaba Township Stadium, whose foundation was laid in 1991. Today, the complex has sprung up to life, wearing a new look, and it is christened Stephen Keshi Stadium after one of the state's icons in sports history. This beautiful edifice has come handy in the training and empowering of hundreds of Deltans in their chosen endeavors.
Since the update of this stadium, quite a lot of athletes have been discovered within here. I can say categorically that some of our athletes are in America now, sponsored by His Excellency himself, for gaining pastures to people to develop themselves. We have actually hauled in a lot of gold medals in athletics based on this stadium complex because the facility is international.
The completion of the stadium was the tonic Deltans needed to discover new talents as well as polish older ones.
The stadium has actually gone a long way to discover talents, because here in Nigeria we hardly have Mondo stadiums, but here in Asaba there's a Mondo track which has made the athletes to go to the highest level of bringing out their best. During the last World Junior Championship, Asaba here was the national camp for the team before they went to Kenya, and with good training they got from the stadium here, they went there outside in the world and they came back with a record which Nigeria has never gotten in history.
We have a lot of infrastructural development, like the completing of the stadium. When you come to this Asaba Stadium, you can just see that the turf is world class. So many other infrastructural development he put in place so that we can be competitive.
Every little step that is positive transforms society. Look at the state of Delta. Imagine if he was not doing what he was doing, what would become of the youth? The Stephen Keshi International Stadium was abandoned over the years, and leaving Delta without a very substantive stadium. But today you see it's of international standard. Now Delta has secured permanently the National Sports Festival and the National Youth Games. They've been winning it back to back. There's virtually no time that Delta has not contributed a substantial number of athletes to our national grid. It's only with a governor that understands the benefit of sports to its people, particularly the youth, that can do all that.
Besides the construction and upgrade of sports facilities across the state, the OKOWA-led administration has continued to motivate athletes through cash donations and many more benefits. In 2018, while the state athletes were preparing for the 19th National Sports Festival in Abuja, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa promised to reward every gold medal won with a princely sum of 1 million naira. Half of that for silver medals and 300,000 naira for every bronze medal won.
I give glory to God that our young ones are actually developing themselves and that they are helping our policy to work out. And they are encouraging us, and we'll continue to encourage them. It's all about accepting that we need to develop our youth, accepting to put the resources in the right direction, and encouraging the youth to do well. And that is exactly what has happened.
Like a volcano gathering momentum in the bowels of the earth, waiting to unleash its molten lava, Deborah Okpochini, an athlete of Delta State extraction, erupted on Nigeria's national sports consciousness, winning 9 gold medals in her chosen sport. In her words, "Poverty has vanished from my life if the governor keeps his promise." And the governor, being a man that does not play around with empty political promises, lived up to his pre-festival promise.
2 team gold, 3 individual silver, 2 team silver, 1 team bronze, and 1 individual bronze medal. You can do the calculations. She's going home with 8.8 million.
It was indeed a turnaround for many. Deborah Okpochini captured her feelings with these words: "You can't get a better empowerment and poverty alleviation motive than this."
The promise he made, he actually fulfilled it. Senator Dr. Arthur Ifeanyi Okowa, he has wiped off tears from my family because my dad actually died early. So then we think like we will not be able to meet up again, but for God being so kind and using our governor, Senator Dr. Arthur Ifeanyi Okowa, to meet up his promises. The money I've been using it to support my mom and my siblings also, and is what I've been using to see myself through in school. I've been able to get some lands. I have building. So all thanks to Senator Dr. Arthur Ifeanyi Okowa for fulfilling his promises and me living up to expectations. Like, I believe all through my life, I will never suffer again.
She wasn't alone, as others too had their stories of rags to riches to tell on account of Senator Okowa's sports motivation policy.
I'm being placed under salary. I get monthly payment from this state, and it's really a source of motivation for me. It keeps me going, like I'm working. The Edo 2020 was really wonderful for me because I wanted just to get a medal, but In return, I got 3 gold medals and I got 3 million naira from the state because this was a promise from His Excellency, and it's really a great thing for this empowerment from the governor. It's more of a motivation for us to do more. I thank him for that.
At first, I never believed that Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa will fulfill his promise. When the money came, I was very happy because I used the money judiciously. Then I gave some part to my mother to support her business. Then I gave my co-players that all of us went to play the football to buy some football kits. The remaining one, I use it for my upkeep. I'm grateful to Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa because he kept to his promise.
I was given the award of 200,000 for the 2 category, which is the 2 edition. I thought maybe the award prize was a joke, but to my surprise, the money came out, and to God be the glory. That money has done a lot for us, and we have used a little bit of it to establish a little business for my mom, which has kept us going. I want to say a big thank you to our Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, for this great sport empowerment.
It will be recalled that Delta State came tops in the sports festival with a medal haul of 163 gold medals, 88 silver medals, and 101 bronze medals. In all, over 403 million naira was paid out as rewards. Do the maths and see how many families banished poverty from their midst.
We have 163 gold medals. So at least you're talking about 163 million naira. Well, some of them definitely have won more than 1 or 2 multiple gold medals. So it's like that. And then in the same way, you have a high number of silver medals and bronze. So that's the way it is. We are used to winning. I'm not surprised at what is happening. And the kind of governor that we have is the governor that will make promises to encourage us and will live up to it. So everything that is happening here now, well, we give God the glory.
If you think the governor was done, wait for this. As sports became a vital tool for empowerment and unity, he offered scholarship to Precious Okafor up to the university level for competing and winning gold medals in National Youth Sports Festival despite just losing her mother.
To my greatest surprise and joy, Okowa has been performing very well in the scholarship he gave me. Now I'm in SS1. This is when I went for competition. After coming out the overall best in that para table tennis. When I went back home, I found out that my mom was sick. After all the running around, doing everything, so my mom would get well, she died. So when I came to this stadium to take my award money, I saw Governor Okowa. Okowa said that he's going to give me scholarship from my JS1 to my university. If His Excellency Governor Okowa did not come in with that scholarship, it would have been a very tough time for me and my family. I'll say thank you and may Almighty God keep on blessing you.
Solo don show for the Easter.
Yes,
but I don't start. When I dey come, I don't know road again. No. The whole road don change. Now the keke man wey carry me like cover dey show me say see road. Solo, all the guys wey ball into town for this Easter, now so they confused for road.
To say not be food productions. Governor Okowa for don't do road for our farms.
See how my shoe clean if that before mud for those soak on my leg.
As you dey come so, you don't see how the Easter they groove for the town.
Yes, I notice am.
Because Governor Okowa don't use road to link different communities. Now so both business, everything good they drive well for our town.
In addition to that, Governor Okowa don't empower boys, common boys from streets with different job creation platforms. So nobody they misbehave again, everywhere calm. Now good groove we they do now. He don't see your wife. He go waka leave us now.
Now be so you they do too.
I was scared at the time you called me you were coming because it was already getting dark.
Sweetheart, nothing to fear. This Okowa government has given us good road, peace, and security.
Happy Easter to you, my love.
Happy Easter to you too. I love you.
Delta.
The story of rags to riches through participation in sports for Duke Eniekemimi and Forsyth's Osamezu are no less impressive to that of Deborah Okpochini. Eniekemimi says he was loafing in his village but somehow heard about Edo 2022 National Sports Festival and promises made to athletes who made the state proud. He submitted himself for swimming trials and was selected. He triumphed at the games and his life was never the same again.
I'm just a student before. This work helped me in my life. Last festival, Edo 2020, I win 1 gold medal and 2 silver and 1 relay team. Governor OKOWA'S really tried for us. He promised to pay us gold medals, 1 million naira. He really do that. We are so very appreciative to him. The money is very helping in my life.
Osamezu has a similar story of how participating in sports in Delta has changed his life.
OKOWA announced 1 million naira for Edo 2020. I had to put in my best. When I heard he wants to pay 1 million naira, I was like, will he be able to pay this money? Well, I decided to work first and wait for the money. And when I got the money, I was so happy. I own a house now. I'm now a landlord. I have to show this sincere appreciation to Dr. Senator Ifeanyi Okowa. It's changed my life and the life of others.
Smart Delta crew also talked with his mother, Regina. She has been overwhelmed with joy ever since her son developed his talents and took advantage of Senator OKOWA'S promises.
As he start the sport, God help I can go, then travel, win. So I'm happy as the pikin they go up. God can help am, come build house for us. Go and try for the children. I will tell am thank you because God they use and they help the children.
My name is Evelyn Mo.
Evelyn Mo is just 20. She is one of those that took advantage of available facilities to develop her sports talents. She says from Abuja 2018 to Edo 2020, she has been counting millions of naira at a time her mates can't even afford the basics for themselves.
2 bedroom, not safe.
She is building her own house, which is nearing completion. As she looks forward to Delta 2022, she will forever remain grateful to Governor Ifeanyi Okowa.
The first one, where I go Abuja 2018, I win 1 gold. Governor Okowa paid us 1 million for each gold. He can't still tell us, say, if we go this Edo 2020, say, you will still pay that amount. So that one can motivate me more. I can win 3 gold, 2 silver, and 1 bronze. That first one for Abuja, I used to buy land, constant foundation. That 2021, I can't use the computer now. I don't have my pass. So many of us get opportunity because of OKOWA. At my age, for this OBR, some of them never even get land. Some of them never even see 200,000. But me, I count millions. So I want to thank Governor OKOWA. They try well for us.
I'm proud of her.
Chinonye Okolugo, the younger sister to Evelyn, who herself is an athlete, corroborates her sister's story.
She has done a lot for herself and for my family. And then this is not her first time of swimming in the national festival. She's been winning. And I'm happy that we'll be moving from this place anytime soon. Our new place, she's building a house for me and my mom and her. Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa. I'd like to thank him because he's been trying for Delta State, honestly. And aside that, I would like to thank him for having time for sports people, like giving them the kind of support that they need.
Since the completion of the Stephen Keshi Stadium, Delta State has hosted international competitions like African Athletics Championships, AAC. Numerous school sports competitions have also been hosted here. The point being made here is that the provision of facilities have led to discovery of many sports talents who did well and have been empowered. Coaches alike have not been left out of the largesse. Everyone is upgrading either as a coach or an athlete because they know what awaits them. A lot of Deltans have taken off to become international stars like Ese Brume, Blessing Okagbari, and more. Their success stories have spurred many more.
OKOWA has really helped us. He has promised and fulfilled all his promises. In fact, he's the brain behind our success. He promised the children that if they win, he's going to award them with 1 million naira every gold medalist. And behold, all has been fulfilled. Today, I have landlords and landladies that are less than 30. They've all built their houses, so it's a very great achievement.
Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa has been a wonderful governor because sporting activity changed as soon as he came into power. We have been organizing sport festival, which has not been before, and he sponsored all that. He kept to his promises. He funded to make sure the sport works smoothly, and we have been enjoying it.
With athletes from different parts of the state camping and training together, unity and sense of belonging have been created amongst them. Sports promotes discipline, team spirit, and confidence. Above all these, youths just enjoy practicing their hobbies and making a living out of it.
The whole environment is colorful, and they really put in effort into bringing up young athletes and giving them opportunity to show their talents and stuff like that. I really appreciate the Delta State government and the Sports Commission.
This competition is an avenue for us to run. We've been on the grassroots for a very long time, trying to get some competitions to run, going for national trials, which is way very big for us at the grassroots. So competitions like these are very, very good for us to showcase what we can do.
It is interesting to note that a lot of persons in Delta have adopted athletes and responsible for their training and upkeep. Even the governor too. The state encourages individuals to organize sports meets with support from the government. All of these have set Delta State apart, and the reason Delta is hard to beat.
In the sport arena, this local government recently organized what they call Chairman's Cup, where we involve the 13 West in the competitive football. The essence is to discover young talents, to try to build a team for Isoko North, and help to take away these people from crime and all that. At the tail end, we gave every participating team 20,000 naira. We bought them takeaway jerseys for all the 13 teams. We had some persons outside that partnered with my parents. It has nothing to do with the council's fund, no.
I recall very vividly that I used to have a football club in Obiaroko, and I still do have an endowment fund assisting for educational persons in life of my people. If you check the gold medal table of Delta State at national festival level, you will find out that virtually all the gold medal in swimming normally captured by my people from Obiaroko. Aside achieving the prowess of swimming and enjoying themselves as a hobby in skills, it became a source of economic reliance for the people.
Hosting flag for Delta 2022.
As Delta State prepares to host this year's National Sports Festival with her feet in past editions, expectations are high, and her athletes are preparing hard to defend their crown, aware that many more empowerment will flow.
Delta State is the incubator of talent for our sports development. It's important to say that the victory we recorded at the Tokyo Olympics wouldn't have been possible without its support for over 12 athletes that were adopted under our Adopted Initiative program. He is the only governor that single-handedly adopted the largest number of athletes. And we're glad that of the 2 medals that we won, one of them was won by one of the athletes that was adopted by the governor.
In Edo 2021 National Sports Festival, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa promised every gold medalist 1 million, and I have gotten mine.
Wow! With such testimonies, Delta athletes are set to make Delta State proud in this year's National Sports Festival 2022 to be hosted here in Asaba, Delta State. I am Victoria Monday Thank you for watching today's episode of Smart Delta.
The feedback segment.
This week, we have a commendation on our Instagram page from Secret Swag 4L, and it reads, I really want to thank the state governor, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, for his investment in the sports sector, the completion of the Stephen Keshi Stadium, scholarships and payment of salaries to athletes. This is something every government should emulate.
I want to urge all Deltans and all Nigerians and persons from across the world to continue to watch Smart Delta. They're doing so well. It's a good means of communication of what we do in Delta State. I'm quite excited that they've been getting the information out there. If you want to know a lot about what is going on in governance and development in Delta State, continue to watch Smart Delta. You will definitely be able to get all the information that you require.
Text your questions to 08121192133 or send with the hashtag #AXIT to all our social media platforms.
You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where OKOWA they do. You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where OKOWA they do. I see your job and work creation in Delta. Make the youth say them highlight OKOWA. I see good roads everywhere in Delta. Make the people say them cola.